Unfortunately, I now understand why people warn you about getting skin procedures done abroad. But let's do a little rewind because we will get into that later. So come with me to get 4 different skin procedures in Seoul, South Korea. And yes, I got the super viral salmon you-know-what injections. My main goal with getting anything done today is just to improve my acne and all the left behind redness that I have. They first send you to a station to wash off all your makeup, and then right away you get into a skin scan. I was honestly scared for this part because my skin does appear pretty problematic, but it said I was 3 years younger than my actual age. Thank you, sunscreen. Next up, you sit down with your doctor. I was honestly expecting him to kind of read me and have him like recommend aesthetic and anti-aging procedures. Since I said I wanted to focus on my acne, he really only recommended things for that, so it didn't really feel like pushy, although he did recommend 7 different things. The thing about this clinic is you are always on the move. After seeing the doctor, you go to the pricing room, and that's where you decide what you actually want to get done. This is where I really recommend you do like a lot of research before. I had a strong idea of what I wanted to do, but if I didn't know about all these procedures that were recommended, I would have felt so overwhelmed. So I think they started with some extractions, but honestly, I'm not sure what they're doing here. Maybe just prepping me for my first laser. And this is the Platinum PTT laser. This is the only thing I wasn't numb for. This is supposed to improve inflammation and reduce sebum production. The pain level was like a 0 out of 10. And next they took me to another room, and this is where I was getting numbed. The thing with this process is they weren't like telling me, oh, okay, you're going here and we're gonna do this. It was all just kind of happening, and honestly, I'm pretty good with the flow. I was there, I already paid, so I had to sit for like probably 45 minutes, an hour, I'm not even sure, while then they took me to do my second laser, and I did the dual toning laser, which I think is supposed to help with like redness and hyperpigmentation. And finally, I was getting red, which is great for hydration, redness, and like a glow. If you're sensitive to needles, I would look away right now, scroll away. If you've heard about this treatment, you know it's supposed to be like insanely painful, but I went with the Regeron HP Plus, which is meant to hurt a lot less because it has lidocaine in it, but it's still supposed to hurt. Generally, I'm a girly with a high pain tolerance, so I wasn't that worried. And you know what? Beauty is pain. But maybe I should have been, because I had some struggles. I'm gonna be real. I don't think it was that painful. Like on my forehead, I'd say it was like a 4 out of 10, maybe more sensitive areas a 5. But it does take a bit, so you're like in pain for a moment. The doctor said I was done and to look up, and this is where things started to go wrong. I got up and was taken to a different room to start my like next treatment, which was just soothing, like LDM, red light, like some masks. As I was walking there, I was like, uh-oh, I am not okay. Like I felt extremely nauseous, very lightheaded. And at this moment in the room with me is I think an esthetician who doesn't speak any English. Trying to tell her I didn't feel well, but she didn't realize until I went to the floor. So she got the doctor, and the doctor came in. I was trying to ask him questions, and even though he does speak English, the language barrier definitely made it hard for him to reassure me. I had this like insane ringing in my ears that I've never experienced, and I was getting like really hot. In a few minutes, it started to like subside. I've never had a panic attack before, and I don't know if this was that or some body reaction to the pain, and I also hadn't eaten that much that day. But with the language barrier, I didn't really have any clarity on what was going on with me, and that was very scary, so that's something I would really think about before you do this. Luckily, I was feeling okay relatively quickly. I probably wouldn't do this again being alone.